Hi, today I will provide a demonstration for how to use the S600 with the isokinetic sampling kit. So before we get started, you need to have your S600 and the isokinetic sampling kit ready. Okay. So we need to set up the equipment first. So I will show you how to set up and step by step. Okay. So first of all, we need to unplug the cap, okay, and then you connect the Teflon hose. So this one actually is for the air particle measure. Okay, as you can see, the Teflon hose can gather the air particle sample from center of the tube. So it will comply the ISO 8573 standard. Let's continue, okay? So we have another Teflon hose. And for this one, it's used for dew point and oil vapor measure. Okay, and we need to connect the cable from the flow meter to the S600. Know the reason why we need to collect the flow rate from the source of compressed air layer, okay? And of course, we need to connect the power, okay? The power is here. After you connect the power, and then don't forget the most important connection. You need to provide the source of compressed air. Okay, you put the source and connect to the isokinetic sampling kit. And then on the left hand side of S600, don't forget to unplug all the air outlet cap. Okay. And that's all for the setup of the equipment. And you check, make sure these two valves are closed and this one also. Okay. So we are ready. We turn on the S600. But don't forget to turn on the compressed air valve. And then right now you can turn on the black valve of isokinetic sampling kit gradually. So we are waiting for the screen start up, okay? Okay, so you just press OK. So you will see a touch screen, and it provides all kinds of data. S600 can be measured, for example, the air particle, oil vapor, dew point, pressure, temperature, and also the flow rate. So if you want to look at the data in graphical presentation, you press the graphic view button. Okay, so this is the graphic view, and we usually don't suggest our customer to change the x-axis or the y-axis setting. But if you really want to do so, you can press here. Okay. Okay. Let me explain other function of S600. So we go back to the menu. So you can see there are several buttons. Okay, for the system setting, it's a little bit complicated. I will explain how to use later. So first button, the guided measurement. We have two measurement mode. Okay, the first one automatic mode, and the second one is manual mode. You press the button for automatic. You will see it will ask you whether you want to start measurement, but this time no, because we want to do the measurement by using the manual mode. Okay. We will do the measurement later. So the difference between automatic mode and manual mode. Okay, for automatic mode, once you enter the measurement period of time, it will start to measure the data automatically until the time period is finished. For the manual mode, once you press the button, it will keep on measuring the data until you press the stop button again. It's very straightforward. Okay, for this mode is the report manager. You can see all the data logging file by pressing this button. So let's go back to the menu first. Service info. Just enter your company name and contact information. Communication button. Okay, so if you want to connect the S600 to the network, okay, you will need to have your Ethernet cable ready. This is the Ethernet port. Okay, so you unscrew the cap, then you plug the Ethernet cable, then you can communicate with S600 through the network. Of course, you also need to buy our S4M software in order to do the communication through the Ethernet. So let's go back. And the sensor setting. What do we mean sensor setting? Actually, it's the measurement unit setting. So for example, particle. You press here. We have two choices, cm per meter cube or cm per feet cube. Okay. So for pressure, we have three choices. For example, bar, megapascal, and psi. Okay. You just choose whatever unit you want to measure. Okay, let's go through the most important function of system setting. Okay, so for password button, if you only want people with authority to access the S600, you can set up the password. But remember that you need to make sure that you won't forget the password, because if you forget the password or enter the wrong password, the machine will be locked. Okay, once it is locked, you will need to contact local distributor or manufacturer for unlock the machine. Okay, and the backlight button is pretty straightforward, just to adjust the backlight of the screen. Touchscreen calibration, we always suggest customer to do the touchscreen calibration every time when using the S600. Okay, it's very straightforward. Done. And we have several languages for customer to choose. For example, English, German, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, French. For day and time button, it's just very straightforward, setting up the day and time. And the device info, just to give you a rough idea of the basic information of this S600. And system update, okay? So if there is firmware upgrade, you will use this button, but you need to have firmware ready and also store into the USB drive, okay? So this is the mini USB interface. You plug the USB drive here, and then you press this button, and you can do the firmware upgrade. For this reset button, actually it's kind of reboot function of the machine, but you don't need to worry. Your personal setup of the S600 will be saved. Okay. So I think right now we can go to do the actual measurement. Okay. Press the guided measurement, and this time we use the manual mode. Okay, so the S600 will ask you, are you ready? Yes. Yes. So for this, you just enter your customer information. If you are doing on-site air auditing, otherwise just enter some default setting. Okay. And for the sea level, usually you set 1 meter. Okay. This one you need to set up each class of the criteria for the ISO X575 free. Okay. So for example, article we choose class 2 this time. Dew point, also class 2. Okay, so press next. But make sure your compressed air pressure is within the range between 3 to 15 bar. Okay. So right now you can have a break and take a coffee. Okay. We need to wait for the cleaning and calibration process. Okay, so after the cleaning and calibration process, we can start to do the measurement now. You can see the isokinetic sampling kit set up with the compressed air actual flow. Okay, so you press OK. So you now see the target flow here. So in order to balance between the actual compressed air flow rate and also the isokinetic sampling kit, so we need to make sure that the actual flow will meet with the target flow here. So how to adjust the actual flow to meet the target flow? By using this needle valve here. Okay, so you turn on the valve gradually. And then you can see the actual flow rate is getting up. So once the actual flow rate close to the target flow rate, you can then press OK. The actual flow rate is moving up and up and very close to the target flow that you press OK. Okay, that's the time. The measurement will start now. Okay, so we usually suggest customer to do the measurement for at least 30 minutes period of time, so that it will provide you a very accurate measurement result. Okay, and as soon as you want to stop the measurement, you press the stop here. And yes. Okay, so you have done the measurement successfully and you save the data. And then you will see there is data logging file. Okay. Okay. So it gives you an overview of air particle, dew point, oil wave. Okay. If you want to export your data to PC, then you need to have a USB drive and plug it in here, and then you can press the export. The data will transfer to the USB drive. Okay, and then you can do all the data manipulation in your PC. And that's all. One last function. This one, the camera button is used for the screen capture. You press here, and then you will have a screen capture function. That's all for my demonstration of S600 with the ISO kinetic simulant kit today. Thank you.